episode is brought to you by Support the Mountains Herbal Parasite Cleanse. This formula targets the small and large intestinal tracts and larvae, the most broad-spectrum formula available today. 100% organic, formulated by Dr. Mikio Sankey, author of the Esoteric Acupuncture series. For 10% off your first bottle, visit shopyogahub.com and use the coupon code CLEANSE at checkout. Hello and welcome to YHTV's Flowing into Awareness with visionary and master intuitive Anatara. I'm Christina Suzuma, your host of this program. Today's topic is the DNA of change with the beautiful Anatara.
Hi, Christina.
Hello, Anatara.
Well, we are certainly changing, aren't we? We were talking about that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Everything on this planet, in this universe is just shifting.
Mm-hmm. We've been waiting for it, and now that it's here, sometimes you just don't know quite what to do with it all.
Yes, being on that DNA strand, holding on.
Well, I do. That's not so far-fetched, because I think that there is a part of our intelligence or our consciousness that can try to hold on to what we've got, because the prospect of it being something else is so unknown that you don't want to go there.
That's a good point.
Yeah, no, it happens emotionally. Why doesn't it happen physically? Why doesn't it happen on a DNA level? I'm pretty sure it probably does.
It probably does. I was going to say.
But I'm just gonna read what I wrote about this particular episode before I start to talk, because it includes the salient points that I want to try to address if it funnels through me as it is this way.
Very good.
The DNA of change. Whether you recognize it or not, your DNA is actually changing. As you are on this planet Earth, you are capable of becoming whole, universal consciousness. That's one of the most important things I want to get back to. The Earth has a lot to offer you in support of the aspects of your humanness, which already have and are changing. The change from feeling that higher consciousness is something beyond you to knowing that you are of a higher order than previously understood comes hand in hand with your DNA vibrating into something new, as the Earth does herself. This is a tandem journey in the discovery of unity. A tandem journey in the discovery of unity. Wow. You know, Mother Earth is our ultimate parent. Mother Earth is the ultimate expression of a being that wants us to become something, that wants us to feel our own happiness, as we talked about, that wants us to feel our own intuitive intelligence, that wants us to feel that we are here as an interconnected link with everything else that's here on this planet. As I've said before, being on this planet means that we are capable of a completely holistic and all-encompassing understanding of consciousness and awareness. And what the heck is that anyway? The way that the DNA matters is that we spoke in our last talk about frequency and vibration, the frequency and vibration of the new human being, the frequency of these people that we become as our spirit and intuitive natures merge and meld with our physical and earthly natures, our physical and earthly selves. We can't really ignore and or resist this. We can try, but why? Why would we want to stay stuck and scared and hateful and unhappy and uncomfortable when the obvious sort of opposite to that is being in a higher consciousness, vibrating through the way our individual cells change and the way our individual DNA describes what those cells mean. Why not step into the possibility of that change? Why not let all these strange things that we've been feeling, people doing silly things, crazy things, a fear that you've never felt before, a joy that you've never felt before, Every individual is going to feel these DNA changes differently. But what they are taking us into is a capability to hear and to know and to feel and to understand in ways that we haven't previously done as human individuals on planet Earth. We have been a lot of these things in other expressions of our existence, especially on other planets before we decided to come to Earth and be part of this silly experiment. and this silly experiment is coming round to a part of it that is going to show us that what we brought with us here is possible here. We've been experimenting with being miserable, unhappy, nasty, icky individuals a lot. In the different kinds of in the different centuries of being human, in the wars that we've perpetrated, in the misunderstanding, in the fears that we have of one another. How about letting the experiment come to part of its fruition, which is to let us see that we aren't all of those things, that we are capable of coming together again within ourselves, with one another, and that our cells, the cells of our being, have this potential to allow intuition and telepathy and an expansion of consciousness that shows us so many of the things that we've been denying ourselves. So the DNA of change is not just about what happens in our bodies. This DNA of change is also about what the planet will let us be, what the planet will let us do, what it will let humanity become, understand, and show one another. The dolphins, the whales, other animals, the plant life, they know these things. And they are here reflecting to us the sort of a dreamlike expression of what we still don't see all the time. It feels dreamlike because it's not quite as tangible and hardcore and dynamically solid as some of the things that we've been telling ourselves we are. This DNA of change is taking us into a fluidness, into a flowing into awareness that we are striving toward and have been striving toward for as long as we've been on this planet. What if it's here?
Yes. What if it is taking place now? And I almost, as you spoke, Anatara, it's almost for me like the opening or the blossoming of a flower as it comes to perfection. I mean, it's perfect at every stage because every stage is meant to be.
Yeah.
But now it's like the full blossom is exposing itself.
Exactly.
Ooh, hold on.
Well, let yourself blossom. That's
Absolutely.
the message more than anything else. Let yourself blossom.
Yes, very nice.
Be the blossom that you already are.
Just see it, notice it, become aware of it.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Anatara. Yes, this is it's very important to take note of this, to be aware, and each and every show you always bring a piece to us to raise that awareness into another level. Exactly. If those of you who choose to do so, here's your opportunity.
Yeah, well, here's the opportunity to really see it, because it is really happening now. We are always going to be wondering whether it's true. And what I'm really saying is, or we always have been wondering if it's true, but what I'm really saying now is it's true. Your cells are reflecting this. Even this may sound strange, but even the cells of your mind, the cells of your consciousness are getting this now. It's going to be pretty hard to ignore it. Pretty hard. And not much fun. Not much fun to ignore it at all.
No.
Things become more difficult when you ignore it.
A little piece of advice, just go with it. It's called Tai Chi. Just go with the flow. Thank you so much, Anatara. What a lovely session. And of course, we would like to thank each and every one of you for joining us in this new platform of education and information. We're grateful for your continuous support, and we look forward to hearing your feedback on how we can serve you better. Please connect with Anatara by following her on Twitter at Anatara and through Facebook, facebook.com/Master Intuitive. And then, of course, through her own website, anatara.ca. We look forward to your suggestions and your comments and questions, but simply by scrolling down on your screen and typing into the comment box. Or give us a call at 818-LETS-TALK. 818-LETS-TALK. Until next time, namaste.
80 to 90% of the people in the world today in the 21st century have this problem of candida overgrowth. And, what has led to, it's the 21st century with antibiotics, chlorinated water, too much carbohydrates, too much sugar, too much yeasts and sweets that has created this overgrowth within us of candida that leads to a plethora of problems that is really a common denominator between